It's week 9 of the National Football League.
And coming up next, it's the Jets' electric quarterback.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jets and the Texans on Thursday night primetime.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock. The Jets ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick.
Ready, set.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Duke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Fullback trying to power him across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery.
The Jets and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They start the drive with Hall. Has good room at the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They go play action on first. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, here comes Hall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He's going to throw this one. Conklin brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run here. It's Hall. Has the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 13-0 lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it...
The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. That throw finds Conklin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on first down. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And now they face second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing from the gun here. Malachi Corley reels it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That one gains 7. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Play action on first down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 19. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
They'll start this one out with Hall. Jukes one defender, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a New York first down. They'll throw it into the hands of Conklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Pass play now. Throw complete to Williams. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Oh, he loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it. That's complete to Wilson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense. And number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
They give on second to Hall. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, Shaq.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some...
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach.
Ready up.
They go play action here. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Corley reels it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Wilson's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. They'll throw it again. It's taken in by Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets have likely locked up the win right there. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his 2nd score of this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak, one of the longest in the league all season, partner, and they're in control of what could be win number 9. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him on the crossing route. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets getting ready to celebrate a 9-0 start. 2nd and 3 now. Hall running between the tackles. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 2 here, and it's good enough for a New York first down. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. Well, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. Hall is in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets put up even more points in a win. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So the win goes to the Jets. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign.